Hi everyone, it's Marty with Pezzadoodle Designs, and I want to show you something really cool that Susanna just got in at Susanna's Custom Art and Card Designs. This is Viva Decor Crystal Gel. This particular one is gold orange. You can see the gold shimmer in there, and this stuff is super cool. Let me just show you. It's a soft, creamy gel. You can see that it's thick enough to mold. You know, you could put it on a surface and draw designs in it and that sort of thing, give you some texture. But what we're going to do today is use it with these silicone molds that Susanna also got in. And what you can do is make your own embellishments with all the various molds. This will work with any silicone mold. And what we're going to do first, I have this little teeny plastic palette knife. It's got a nice little tip on it. You want to go in first and get it into these little holes that are the flower centers. You want to try and avoid air bubbles as you do this. So I just go around and fill in those centers first. Those are my little baby kittens you hear in the background. So I apologize, but they're kind of a mess these days. Into everything. Makes Mama very nervous. So I just go around and I get those centers filled in. So I want to make sure there's no air bubble in there. Once I've done that with all of them, I'll go around again and start filling in the detailing. Because again, the fewer air bubbles, the better. So I just go around a little at a time. Work it from the center in. So I just keep going around, work it into all those nooks and crannies, because in your finished piece, those are going to be really important for a nice looking embellishment. Right now those resin embellishments are so popular. Webster's Pages has them, Prima came out with some last CHA. Now once you've got those filled in, you'll just start adding more gel. And I work from one side over to the other to try and again avoid air bubbles. And I just begin smoothing it so that it's even with the top of this mold. Don't worry if it goes over a little bit if you have a thin layer, because that will peel right off of your mold when it's dry. You just pop it out. It's very easy to get that off, and it doesn't require any, scissors or anything like that. So you just go around, and as you can see, this one particular mold will make, let's see, 9 flowers. So that's pretty good for one session and pretty good for one mold. You can use this with any silicone mold, as I mentioned, so for anyone that's into polymer clay or anything like that, it will work in those molds as well. These molds that Susanna has in stock are very high quality, nice and thick, very flexible. Because once this dries, you just pop it out. I generally let mine dry either overnight or for most of the day. So I will do this either at the end of my day before I go to bed, or I will do it at the beginning of the day, let them dry all day, and then I'll come down in the evening and pop them out. I believe there's 9 different colors of gel in the store. All of them have this really cool shimmering quality to them. These are by Viva Decor. I think I mentioned that. They have such an amazing array of products. So it's very similar to icing a cake. Just pull that across the top, get a nice even coverage. And like I said, the spots where it goes over the edge a little bit, because it's so thin, it comes off very easily. So like I said, just start with a little bit. Make sure you're getting it into all of the details of the mold to avoid air bubbles. You may still end up with some air bubbles here and there, but it really doesn't affect the end result too much. But the fewer the better. And then just start filling in the mold. Because the mold is flexible, when they're dry, you just bend it and they come right out. A couple of the colors that Susanna has in the store also have somewhat of a transparent quality to them, which makes them even cooler looking. And you can see all of the colors if you go over to her website. Check them out in her store. I can't say that I have a favorite because they all look so good. And this is just a really fun way to make your own embellishments. Have whatever you need on hand. Any color you need. You simply bend the mold slightly and they pop right out. So there's no special trick to it or anything like that. Trying to get you a good picture so you can see. Now you can see along the edges where there was the slight film of gel that they have a little bit of cleanup that they need, and that is super duper simple. There's a special tool required. It removes very easily because it's so thin. You can just pull it right off and it will come off of the mold without breaking the actual mold. So that is nothing to worry about. And it's quick and easy to do. Gosh, my lighting is terrible in here. Very quick and easy to do. With your fingernail.